The Salt Lake Institute of Genealogy will celebrate its silver anniversary in January 2020. Elevate your genealogical education to new heights. At SLIG, you will learn from the field's top professionals, obtain in-depth instruction, network with respected experts, consult with successful researchers, and research at the Family History Library. Registration opens July 13, 2019 at 9 a.m. Mountain Time. We've asked the course coordinator to tell us a little bit about the course to help you decide if it's the right fit for you. Certified genealogist Melissa Johnson is the course coordinator for technical writing for genealogists. Keep watching to learn more about her background and the course.
My name is Melissa Johnson. I am a professional genealogist, and I also do a lot of teaching and lecturing in the genealogy field. I do a lot of lecturing on writing, also on DNA, and I have taught at SLIG before. This is my first year coordinating a course, and I've also coordinated courses at GRIP, Genealogical Research Institute of Pittsburgh, and also at British Institute, and I've done some teaching at IGHR as well.
How long have you been working on genealogy, and how did you become interested in it?
I have been working on my own genealogy since I was about 8 years old. I kind of started with an autobiography project when I was in 4th grade, and there was a family history as part of that autobiography project, and that was the part that I sort of dived into the most. I became interested then. I would say I started researching a little bit more seriously in high school, and then even more seriously when I did a study abroad in London in college. I have a lot of ancestors from England and specifically from London, so that was when I really got more serious about it and even more interested.
Have you had any prior SLIG experience?
I have attended SLIG as a student for several years. I've taken different classes there. I started teaching at SLIG maybe 3 years ago. I've taught in a couple different classes, so I've taught in classes, I've taken classes as well.
What course will you be coordinating?
My course is called Technical Writing for Genealogists, and the title is a little bit misleading. What I really hope to cover in this course is how to write about evidence. So we have a lot of genealogists who are great researchers, who are great at analyzing and correlating evidence, but when it comes down to getting it on paper, that's where a roadblock comes in. So what I hope that students will gain from this course is sort of how to overcome getting your evidence analysis and your arguments on paper, and writing about more complex topics, not so much writing about a family story, but writing about writing proof arguments, writing even research reports that have a lot of evidence incorporated into them in a concise manner that is still readable. So those are some of the topics that we're going to cover in the course.
Who would benefit the most from this course, and what basic knowledge should students have before taking it?
So the students that I think would get the most out of the course are intermediate to advanced genealogists who have some experience with indirect evidence and with more complex evidence and putting that together to create an argument, and are going to be familiar with a little bit of how to write it, but maybe are struggling with how to arrange it, how to organize it, how to use the right terminologies appropriately in writing. So those are the students that I think will benefit most from the course.
What should students expect to learn by the end of the course?
By the end of the course, I think that most students will be more comfortable with resolving conflicts in writing. We're good at doing that in our heads, but not so much getting it down on writing. Reporting on different kinds of findings, including negative findings, and how to incorporate negative evidence into written works, either case studies or research reports, and in general, just more comfortable with presenting complex evidence. Those arguments that we make to ourselves in our head are not easy to get down on paper, and that's what I'm going to be teaching in this class.
What is something interesting about your course?
Something that I find a lot of students really benefit from hearing is other people's mistakes. So we're going to be looking at some of the judges' comments on BCG portfolios, specifically my portfolio. Also looking at the types of comments that people receive when they send their writing into a journal. So both peer review comments and editors' comments. And those are really important because you can learn a lot from them, even if it's not your writing. But some of the most valuable experiences I've had in genealogy have been that sort of one-on-one contact with a peer reviewer or an editor, because you really get kind of that one-on-one editing, and you get to learn what you did right and what you're doing wrong and how to really improve. So we're going to be looking at some judges' comments and some peer reviewers' comments on specific written works, so that people can see the types of comments that writers generally get when they submit more complex writing to journals or to BCG.
We hope you enjoyed learning about Melissa Johnston's SLIG course, Technical Writing for Genealogists. Registration for SLIG courses opens July 13th, 2019. Check out the website slig.ugagenealogy.org for more information.